ثم أنتم هؤلاء تقتلون أنفسكم وتخرجون فريقا منكم من ديارهم تظاهرون عليهم بالإثم والعدوان وإن يأتوكم أسارى تفادوهم وهو محرم عليكم إخراجهم أفتؤمنون ببعض الكتاب وتكفرون ببعض فما جزاء من يفعل ذلك منكم إلا خزي في الحياة الدنيا ويوم القيامة يردون إلى أشد العذاب وما الله بغافل عما تعملون.
So as we said, this was revealed regarding the Yahud in Medina. And the three tribes used to fight one another and kill one another. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had established upon them three rules. The first is not to spill each other's blood. The second is not to drive each other out from their homes. And the third is that if they have one of them as a prisoner, they have to ransom them, they cannot keep them as a slave. Those were the three rules that they had. So which ones did they implement? They implemented the last one because it brought them money, and they left the first two. So they killed each other. They drove each other out from their homes. However, they applied the last rule, which is that whenever they would take someone as وَإِيَأْتُوكُمْ أُسَارًا تُفَادُوهُم, whenever they would take them as a prisoner, because it makes them money, they would let them go and they would take the money. So Allah said, أَفَتُؤْمِنُونَ بِبَعْضِ الْكِتَابِ وَتَكْفُرُونَ بِبَعْضِ. Now you believe in part of the book. Which part? You believe in ransoming the prisoner, but you don't hold back from killing each other and driving each other out from your homes, which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala prohibited you from. And this is, even though this is, we say al-ibra bi'umum al-lafz la bi khusus al-sabab, that we look at the general wording, we don't look at the specific reason. So even though the ayah came down about ransoming prisoners and killing people and driving them from their homes, subhanAllah, the ayah is general for everything. Anyone who believes in part of what they're told and ignores another part. And it said to them, أَفَتُؤْمِنُونَ بِبَعْضِ الْكِتَابِ وَتَكْفُرُونَ بِبَعْضِ. Do you believe in part of the scripture, but you don't believe in the other part? And these people, why are you doing things? And from this is from the greatest signs of Iman, is doing what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala commanded and keeping away from what Allah prohibited. And so it said to them, do you believe in part of the book, but you don't believe in the rest? And so what happened to them? خِزْيٌ فِي الْحَيَاةِ الدُّنْيَا. In this dunya, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent against them, against Banu Qurayza and Banu Nadir, Banu Qaynuqa'. Allah sent against them what He sent against them. The Prophet ﷺ, the Sahaba. Because, why? Not because of the ethnicity. And this is the narrative. It's because they were Jews, because they were Yahud, because they were Bani Israel. Because of their transgression against the Torah. That's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent against them خِزْيٌ فِي الْحَيَاةِ الدُّنْيَا. Because they transgressed against the Torah. They transgressed against the rules that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And if they had applied the Torah, as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us, if they had applied the Torah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala would not have sent upon them a punishment. But they didn't apply the scripture. They chose and they cherry pick which part of the scripture they want and which part they don't want. And how many Muslims today follow the same idea? To choose whatever from the Quran I want to follow and leave the rest. Or choose one hadith and leave another hadith. Or choose the Quran and leave the Sunnah. أَفَتُؤْمِنُونَ بِبَعْضِ الْكِتَابِ وَتَكْفُرُونَ بِبَعْضِ. And as for the akhirah, then the punishment is even worse. It is أَشَدُّ الْعَذَابِ. And that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is aware of everything that they do.